show. Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with me, cause
It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight.
let's get the topic straight, let's get things good, let's do everything that we should.
It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show. Alright.
Let's open our minds and take out our style. Let's see what's going on in the world tonight.
It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show. Alright. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show. Alright. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show. Alright. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Take Once again back with Project Open Mic. Hope y'all are doing well. Thank y'all for joining me tonight in a special show. We're gonna be talking about some issues again. I wish I could talk about it back in Black History last month, but again I was sick and I had flu-like symptoms that it's not even helping now because for the first time now I'm getting affected by allergies. I never used to have allergies with pollen, but where I'm at in North Carolina, the pollen is kicking like crazy, and man, I'm telling you, it is really strong tonight. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming on in. Grab a seat, open up your minds, open up your eyes. Let's have a conversation about tonight's topic. Again, thank y'all for that. Hope y'all doing well. Hope your family's doing well. And tonight's topic we're going to talk about, like I said, something I wanted to talk about in the last month, but I couldn't do it. This time I want to talk about it. It is the destruction of the Black Family Foundation. Now, I'm not going into like I want to at least part one. So I'm not gonna go back to the whole '60s and stuff like that. It literally started in the 1960s with the civil union because they figured out a way to do certain things. But I never understand the situation. Maybe, and I, as again, being a Black person, but I came from a different country, but I never understand the situation. So I'm like kind of like an outsider looking into certain of these things. But hopefully I can get you some of these videos quickly, so that they're not long. But I hope I'm gonna jump in, talk about them, and go there. But first thing I want to say is this: right now, and I'm being dead honest when I'm looking at the camera. I'm dead honest about this. In America, this is what I want to say. In America, do they have dysfunction all over the place? Yes. Nothing's perfect out there. Everything I say is not an absolute. There's no absolute on this planet. Okay, so there's no absolute. But there's a general saying. People are like, oh, we don't want to be a stereotype. I always laugh at that in my back of my mind. You know, people are like, oh, you're stereotyping me or whatever. Well, if they're stereotyping you, just prove them wrong. Don't be the stereotype. That's the way I look at it. Don't be the stereotype. Prove them wrong. That's how you do it. You don't let them just say what they want to say about you. No, you prove them wrong. So for me, that's how I always do certain things. A person could say, I'm this, I'm that, whatever. Literally, I grew up from the age, I'm an 80s baby. I grew up in the age where the whole phrase was, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words would never hurt me. So it's kind of weird now, and this is not just a Black thing, this is just a generational thing. A lot of the young generation below the millennials and below. How about the high end of just the last edge of millennials when it first started? But millennials, when they started, they excuse me have and down to Gen Z and Alpha, they have literally have been more and more programmed about people's feelings. You gotta care for people's feelings. You gotta put feelings at the top rung of everything and everything. If somebody just say a word to you, you should crumble it to a piece of paper and be throw it away. It's like this paper. You're like, oh, the paper's good, and you're like, oh my god, and you gotta crumble it and just be tossed away. No, no. If you don't like me, you don't like me. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm gonna change that to you. You're missing out to me being a good person like me if I'm in the same league as you. But if I'm and I stand for good. My phrase that I said at the end of the show, I always say, I don't evil comes in all shapes, size, color, creed, height, nationality, sex, genders. It makes no difference. Evil is evil. I stand with good people. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what sex you are. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care your height. I don't care nationality. If you're good and you want to do good things for people or just want to have a chill life and don't bother people, I'm cool with you. But if you want to rob, steal, kill, take money from people and mostly get it from government, whatever, and all stuff like that, no, I'm not down for that. I'm not. So I will not stand to. Are there stereotypes about black people out there? Speaking of what I just stated, yes. Now, most black people are Ners, niggly bears. That's why I always call them, and they're going around and be ratchet and stuff like that. Yes, it's just like that Jasmine Crockett lady from Texas. She was not raised to be this, but because she needs to, because most women need validation. She's doing this ratchet nonsense for clout instead of doing her GD job of being a congresswoman. But I digress. That's most of that's the same thing with Alexander AOC. Same way. They don't do their jobs for that. But like I said tonight, I want to talk about the black foundation of family. Now, we do need to have, and I mean this, we need to understand black men need to have masculinity. In America today, majority of black families, and I'm talking about like 51%, so that's majority, the 51%, included in the modern, that's happened, included in now the modern times that we're in right now, in present times, they are not patriarchy, all right? Nah, they're run by women. My family was no exception. I love my family as well, but they're run by women. I'm just being honest with anybody out there. The thing that kept me from becoming a certain way is what I had an older cousin to look up to, and RP to him. He was a guy I respected, and two, my mother and my grandmother understand what having what a man's role is. They didn't try to beat me down, said men is evil and all this stuff. They did, even though stuff happened to them, but they didn't want their sons to become people who have done wrong or done evil stuff around the world or done stuff evil to them. Now they surround themselves with good men around them too. My grandma will tell you about many men that she had around her that was good and helped her out as she helped them. And I say it to you about my mother. That's the situation that we're rolling into. There's a lot of women, though, who are getting caught up in the so-called sisterhood and getting themselves single and listen to the wrong advice, and they listen to things that don't make sense to me, but you'll see what I'm talking about with all the examples I'm going to show tonight. Okay? Now, I'll say this. Men, it's up to you to break the generational curse. If you're raised by a bunch of women, don't let your feelings get caught up in a lot of stuff. Now, one of the things that my wife would tell you, and anybody would tell you, some people would think that is, some people will misconstrue it to say that I'm cocky. Some women, and I do be some a little bit, think that we could misconstrue it as, oh, you're insecure, which is stupid. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. I don't think a lot of people, women, know what that word is. Again, so that example of that I'm talking about tonight. Say that my wife could tell you, me and her had a conversation. She's like, "You're the most secure dude I've ever met." Cause I'll tell this about me. If you ain't gonna benefit me, I'm not gonna crap on you. I'm not gonna S on you or nothing like that. Like I said before, I don't care about racism. Racism is a part of tribalism. That's human nature. You're not getting rid of it. People are like, oh, well, we're going to get rid of it. What will happen if we ain't going to get rid of racism? We're going to still be, racism is one part of tribalism. So we will separate ourselves still. That's human nature. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible multiple times. We're going to separate ourselves. If we're going to be, again, the Houthis and the Tutsis in Africa, and I pronounce it wrong, but they are black people. But they separated themselves, and they had a big civil war. And there's a lot of African countries right now on that continent are fighting each other because of religion, fighting each other because they look different. So it ain't got to do nothing with the white man. As people will say, oh, the white man. No, it's not. No, it's not. A lot, I've proven this many times in past shows. It was a lot of black people selling black people to be slaves to other black people. It was not a white man thing. Every country on this planet has some form of slavery. It's not a skin thing. It was just, that was human nature. Then it became a skin thing in certain places. But it's not really, it didn't start off that, and it wasn't really that. Again, go to the Bible. It's all back, Exodus. The Egyptians enslaved the Israelites. Come on. I don't let people, if you don't let me because of the color of my skin, good. Leave me alone. I ain't gonna bother you. I ain't gonna bother you. As long as, like I said, you ain't messing with my family, my money, my food. Food is out of water as well too, but you're missing any of those things. I do not think about you at all. I will not give you the energy. I won't give you the time. I just don't care. I wish a lot of people have that sentiment, but they don't. But I wish they had. I just look at certain things in a certain way. I never look for validation. I never look for people to try to pat me on the head or pat me in the back and say, good job, whatever. I do what I do, and I move on to the best of God's knowledge and the best of God's capabilities to give my power. I'll do, because all I can control is my hands and feet. I can't control nothing else. I can't control somebody else. There are many people out there I know family-wise, family and friends and stuff, okay, they don't like our president we have right now, okay? And I'm not going to change their mind. I'm never going to change their mind because they're stuck in their way. Just like you would never change my mind to tell me Biden was not the worst president in my lifetime. He was. But that's just what it is. So you got to roll with certain things. The foundation of the family needs a strong man and a strong woman, but they understand the roles that they do. Now, it ain't gotta be like domestic roles, or you gotta be homemaker and cleaner. That doesn't mean there's women out there who go out there and work, and the man stay home, and they still have a strong family foundation. I've seen it, but that's still not the problem. The problem is we are letting a lot of outside influences mess with internal forces inside the walls of your house. It should be God, then the man, then the woman, then the kids. That's the nature that was written in the Bible. That's the way God intended it to be. And if animals could do it, and they've been doing it for way longer than us, but we are, just because we have a brain, we think we can outthink nature. Every civilization that started to outthink that they think they could do that, they went away. America will crumble one of these days. There ain't gonna be no time soon that I think of, because there's no really opposition to that. But as Abraham Lincoln said, and that is true, we're gonna get destroyed from within, because you see how men now becoming women, women becoming men. People are saying this is the worst country, whatever, but they never live outside of. You say this is the worst country, but you never live outside the country you are. I hate plastic. We need to save the earth, but you hate oil, but you love your phones, you love your clothes. All this are made with plastic, made with oil because of plastic. Right now, you got a lot of people, as I showed last week, a lot of people going around. There was they literally planted bombs and Teslas in Texas. That is domestic terrorism. I'm sorry. At first, I was like, okay, Trump, you're going to look too far. Nah, that is. You planted bombs in Teslas? You crazy. You flipping crazy. I can't stand with that. And then they don't like Tesla because Elon Musk is to help it to. I don't get that. That's logic. Don't make no sense either. Let me see. Leftists, I will help you out here. How about you say, hey, stop wasting the money, government, like what Trump says, and put it to help the homeless people, put it to help the citizens. I have no problem with that. But to say to other countries that most of the money, they'll never go to the countries, and I'm sorry, African nations, I don't give a flying rip. I don't. That's one thing as a man, and that's what has hurt a lot of black men as well too. One thing that hurts a lot of men, looking for handouts. We might not have the word slavery, but there's modern slavery. There's modern slavery, and it's slavery in your brain. I don't look for handouts. I want to show you what I earned, and what I earned is what I should get back. My wife could tell you I'm a hard worker. I work. Sick, whatever, I'm out there. I've worked. When I came to America, I worked 2 jobs for a long, long time. I didn't have no money. When I moved into the apartment I was in America, I had nothing in the room. But piece by piece, I put stuff together. Lived in the apartment, got TV, got my video game set up, got all this stuff, whatever. Then I move out there I get my first house, where with the woman who gave me the first loan says, "This is your first house. Wow, and your credit score is that high." Yes, and I told her because my mom taught me to be that responsible for my money and my credit score. The foundation of family needs a strong backbone. Yes, mama and grandma could do it, but no, it needs a man to do certain things, and that's what it is. Sorry, but that's just what it is. But you do need you do need somebody who can be the caring person, and that's human nature. Women are more caring than men. Emotional women are more emotional creatures. Men are more steadfast. It's not a negative. It's not a jab. It's not a negative thing. That's just the truth of the matter. But when you messed up that balance is when you see things go awry and you sit yourself in a situation. I'm not looking at a handout. The reason I don't like a lot of stuff from. Check this funny thing out. I'll say this right here and I get into the video. I like how people say, "Oh, the white man does this, the white man does," like the boogeyman. Like I said, the white man does this, white man. But then you still ask the white man to give you money, to give you Section 8, give you food stamps. Why? Why are you? And then some of y'all live your lives off of that, which is crazy. So if something happens, you're screwed. That is a very horrible existence. I don't get why people do that. You don't like the white man, but you will take them but you still look for handouts from them. That me. I ain't got that. That's not into me. So I want let me say. So we're gonna go into the family this situation and show you some hypocrisy, which is like, huh, okay, that makes no sense. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. And the modern women. All right. Okay. Young men, please, I say this out off rip. Yes, there's a lot of women now who thinks literally stupid stuff, literally stupid stuff. Ain't no ifs, ain't no bad as about it. It's just dumb. Not all, not all. Like I said, I'm not an absolute. It's not absolute, but men and women think differently. Now, I love if you could think on a logic term. Okay, that would be a better thing, but we know how that works sometimes. We have lost respect for each other. We are chasing clout chasing. We need validation for people to feel good. We have also looked for we're looking for expectations to shout out to other people. Just live your life. I started TT Records long time ago, and I remember talking to, and this is a story, talking to Busta Rhymes and stuff back in St. Thomas at the Sickest Music Festival. I remember they were asking me music because I've done music with a lot of hip hop, like Ludacris and Busta Rhymes and Raw Digger and many more high artists up there that you guys know. Elephant Man, Sean Paul, Beanie Man, done stuff for them. But anyway, I'm gonna say this. He asked me what you would want. Would you want more? Would you want more? Would you want money or fame? And I'm not gonna lie with anybody. I choose money. I'm the lust of money I don't want. I just want to live a comfortable life. Excuse me. If I could have enough money to pay my house off where I'm living right now and any debts for my family, and if all that was wiped off and I could still live the life I have right now with the job I have right now, whatever, I'll be the most happiest man on this planet. I'll tell you, I'll be joyous. But fame, I don't want fame. I don't care for fame. I don't want people seeing my lifestyle. I don't want people whatever. Yes, I am doing this broadcasting worldwide on the show. We got about 29,555 people watching worldwide on all different platforms. Rumble, You Live, You Now, Nico, Facebook, YouTube, iHeartRadio. I know you guys are watching Spotify. Watching this the worldwide. Thank y'all for that. But I'm just saying it right now. Yeah, I'm only doing this because I feel like to help people understand certain things and to just be a voice. But I don't need to be famous. I just want to tell people things and open up their minds and let them hear what they gotta say. You have to follow what I gotta say or not. And also do research on some of the stuff I talk about. Now, I respect, like I said, my grandmother. All right? I respect my grandmother very much. People know that. But I respect my elders to a degree. I'm not gonna say respect. I gotta listen to them all the time because if they come with a lot of dumb stuff, I'm not gonna. I'm not. If it's not logical, I'm not gonna respect you. I'll respect you in name that you're older than me, but other than telling me dumb stuff, I'm like, wait, that don't make sense. You try to tell me 3 plus 2 equals 15, then no, I'm not gonna follow that. But I want you to understand something here. And people forget how Hollywood is, how call it Hollywood. So I want to play Felicia Rashad went on the Breakfast Club and said something. And then this is why I say modern women, not all, but majority of modern black women. I don't know what Jezebel spirit got into y'all. I don't understand it. What Jezebel spirit got into y'all? You got to help me with that because I don't get it. Listen to what this lady say. I know you want to listen to a response. A lady responded to what Felicia Richard is saying, and then you'll state that. But I want to hear what she said. Also, I want you to listen. Also, I got a clip of her when she first started to do TV shows and stuff in Hollywood, so you understand that. So let's so you could get the situation that I'm talking about. So let me just pull that up for you here. All right, there you go. Listen to this.
You came up in an era, Mr. Rashad, where dignity and grace were everything. So do you ever look at how wild Hollywood is now and you just think to yourself, boy, y'all got it easy. Y'all wouldn't have got away with that in my day.
Mm. Yeah, you'd have to look at Hollywood. I could look at the way young ladies dress.
Mm-hmm. Felicia Rashad, who thought long and hard about how to attack the question, knowing that she would get a lot of scrutiny, knowing that she would go through that, decided to answer the question the best way that she knew how, even prefacing the fact that I don't want to offend anybody.
I'm taken aback when I see on a college campus young women dressed in strips of clothing.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly than that, no man wants his woman to be out like that.
Exactly.
Now,
Exactly. Now, you go to that. I'll play a little clip because I get it for time's sake, since I ran with a little longer than I need to. All right. Apologize, like I said, the pollen, if I sound nasally, the pollen has really been kicking my butt lately, so I apologize for that. But anyway, let's get into this right here. I want to play this clip right here of when she first entered in. Listen to what she has to say.
Claire Huxtable and Ruth Lucas were presented to me. You always have the choice of saying yes or no. Who's going to say no to such wonderful work? I was in Los Angeles for the first time. And I was meeting the casting director and agents and people like that. And this gentleman looked at me. He said, you know, you're just too, you're too sophisticated to play a whore. And I thought to myself, okay. And I thought, oh, this is how it's done. This is the way you're thinking when you're casting people who look like me. Oh, okay. Let me go back to the theater where I could do some real work, and I'll let y'all get it together.
See, she made a decision. Oh, now unlike Anthony Mackie, which he did I didn't show that video, but we was talking about being a masculine man. If you watch the rest of the podcast, so he was talking about he played a gay role, and then the way his what he described was also the gay role. I wanted to understand my brother.
What?
Play the gay role, don't understand your brother. You're not that. It's weird. Whatever. Anyway. You hear what she said? This is how you see black women in Hollywood to play that role. And she said, no. And that's the thing. She understood that. So listen to what she said. She said, a lot of people the women wear a little less clothes. I'll state this, and I said it before, and I remember I had this argument with a person that's, multiple women, and also what I was talking to before I met my wife, which I'm happy. That lady basically helped me, as they all say, run. She helped me. She's like, I don't think this will work out. And I was like, you know what? You're correct. It ain't gonna work out because you're black. You are flipping crazy. Ladies, I'm going to tell it to you again. Let me show you again. I'm a married man. I'm telling you this right now. If you want a respectable guy, okay? A regular respectable guy. Now, as I said before again, most women goes for the 10%. The 10% know they could get any woman they want, so they're going to treat you like trash. Okay? Those guys are, most of those guys are not respectable. But the 90% of other men that you just throw away, they will maybe give you a better life. They might not be billionaires. They might not be millionaires. They might not make $100,000 a year. But they're hard workers. They will respect you. They will take care of you. And they will stand behind you. Those guys, a lot of y'all throw them away. You'll see what I'm saying when I say that. Those are the guys you should be making family with. Guys, I will talk to you as well too. Men, we like attractive things. I am not denying that. But I will tell, this goes back to the ladies again too, but for guys, that pretty girl and all she has to offer is that, yeah, looks fade away quickly in most cases, not all. Okay, Miss Rashad looks very beautiful. She's in her, I think she's in her 70s. I think she's in her 70s. She still looks beautiful. Angela Bassett still looks beautiful at her age. Stuff like that. Look beautiful at their age, all right? And many other women I know out there, all right? I'm saying this to y'all. You need to have a woman you need to find a woman. We are visual creatures. You want somebody who looks good. I'm not denying that. But if you're looking for a baddie, young guys, looking for a baddie, no. No, I'm not looking for a baddie. I'm looking for a goodie. You look for the women who are also nice and stuff. There might not be a 8 or a 9 or 10. Be like a 7 or a 6. That is, if the attitude is there and they give you peace, guys, that's the woman you should be looking for. Peace that you go home and not be like, remember Chris Rock's special, the first special. I gotta go do something. I gotta get myself mentally prepared for going to this house to make this chick happy. Nah, I'm not looking for that. You know, like I said, I have a wife, but I'm just saying, but back then I was looking for that. So guys, stop getting caught up in this stuff. And here's the thing to you ladies again too. The guys, when you dress provocative and stuff like that, whatever, the only thing I'll tell you again, the only thing on their mind is to just hit it and quit it. And then you're like, oh, he just wanted sex. Of course he just wanted sex. That's what you showed. You give honey to a bear. Oh, that's all he wanted was to eat the honey because you gave him honey.
What?
Of course. All the shark wanted was meat. That's all you gave him. You present yourself in a certain way. You do it. Dave Chappelle's favorite skit from Killing Me Softly. Don't dress like a whore. Don't. That's why you see a lot of these pastors, including Jamal and his wife. Again, the man had children outside of wedlock, cheated on his wife, whatever, got his new wife right now. She wear these tied up dresses or clothes like that. Yeah. Jezebel spirit. That whole church is just a write-off altogether, to be honest with you. But if you dress like a whore, that's what it is. You think, oh, this looks sexy. No, it doesn't. It just looked like, okay, well, I want to have sex with you, then I move out. That's what hit it and quit it. That's all it is. That's all you will get. And that's what a lot of y'all get. And then y'all like, oh, man, it's horrible. Man, it's, you attract, when you dress like that, you attract all kind of guys, okay? You'll get attention. You'll get attention from me. If I see somebody looking like that, I'll be like, okay. But I'll be like, that ain't worth the ride. Just cool with it. All these people like, oh, men like women who have BBLs. No, we don't. Majority of men doesn't. I'm telling you that. No, we don't. We just want to know her. I wonder how it is to ride that ride, like if you go to like a roller coaster, whatever. But after you get off the roller coaster, you're done. You're like, well, enjoy that ride. I'm done. That's what it is. Stop doing that. Stop lifting your breasts. Stop lifting your butts. If you can do it the old-fashioned way. Exercise, go to the gym, work out, lift up, pump, do that. Be fit. Fit women? Oh, yes. That's where you should be, yes. But to surgically do that? Also, we don't like a bunch of makeup. We don't like the eyelashes. We do, again, you'll see what I'm talking about. What Mr. Lashad is talking about is to not look like bums. You look like streetwalkers. Point blank, period. You look like streetwalkers. And I want to show you if it's here. I want to show you something, as how they said. I want to show you what like a sexy thing is. That is that. You don't have to show everything. Just a smile and a lovely demeanor will get a lot of men to be like, wow, she's a nice lady. She's a nice woman. I would love to have. You know, that's all it is. That's all you gotta do. Let's see if I go find it. I don't think I go find it. It is quickness. Come on. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is. I found it. Here you go. Let's check this out. Listen to this part. Give me a second here.
And what she said right there about the designers is a good point, because these women are buying clothes from people, from brands, and a lot of what they have options to buy, a lot of the popular clothing is basically stripper clothing.
Yeah.
I just
Leave something to the imagination.
Yeah.
Yes.
would be nice.
Some things are for my eyes only, you know?
Yep. And like you said, there are ways of being sexy without showing so much.
Oh, please. And that's really not sexy.
I mean, one of the most sexiest, most beautiful pictures is you. I forgot what year it was, but you got on like a basketball jersey and like some jeans.
Look at that. Look at that. I see a girl like that. Gosh, she's a beautiful woman. Respect to Miss Lashad and her husband and her sister too. Her sister look good as well too. I mean, literally, I've said it before. I have a picture. I have that picture. I have a portrait of my wife behind this camera right here on my wall on her wedding day. Classy, classy, classy. Look at that. She looks beautiful.
If you eating some pop.
All right, there we go. So yeah, that's definitely a nice picture right there. Shout out to Felicia Rashad. Yeah, Felicia Rashad, she was serious. Her sister as well, Debbie Allen. They were creme de la creme back in the day. And for 76 years old, she looks great nowadays too.
76.
Popcorn, that's an iconic
Is
picture.
it the white jersey?
Yes.
That was that would be.
That's classic. She ain't showing no cleavage. She just a lovely face, lovely demeanor. That's what it is. Not all that ratchetness, not no sexy red and all this crap like that. And think about it. Back in the day, that's what, look at it. These women used to dress up nicely and wear nice clothes. But now y'all all tying it up on your chest and they're like, ugh, brother, ugh. Nobody wants, only hood rats want hood rats. And those, you want, look at that tattoo on her face, tattoo on this. Like, and her makeup line, she has something called, she got sex. She has sex diseases as her lip gloss flavors and colors, whatever.
What the fuck?
Y'all crazy. That's crazy. That right there. I look at that like she. Ugh. Let me take that off my screen, please. Okay. So you got that right. What she said. Listen to again. So here you go. So here's what I'm talking about. So here's what the modern woman is saying. Example, because you in the comment section, there's a lot of women attacking Felicia Rashad on the Breakfast Club. You can go and check it out. Modern women, not other women, but modern women.
Why is it that anytime older women try to give game to younger women,
she gave you game. She told you the right thing.
It always circles back to being about a man. No disrespect to Felicia Rashad. I respect that lady. I think she's beautiful. She's talented. She's everything. But she is a pick-me also.
Oh
I already peeped.
I hate modern people. Oh, she's a pick-me. Y'all kill with it. Let's give me a second there, because I gotta see this, because the people, y'all are nuts. Y'all kill me with that stuff.
The game when she was riding for Bill Cosby. I don't feel like getting into all of that, but she was on the Breakfast Club and she was talking about the way that women dress today. Now, she's entitled to her opinion. That's totally fine. And I was okay with the message until she said, and most importantly, no man wants a woman that dresses whatever way they were talking about.
Yes, she's correct. I'm a man. I'm telling you, that's correct.
Why is that the most important element when it comes to how a woman is dressing? And why don't people understand that not all women date men?
You see what I was talking about? How they destroyed the foundation of family? There are less than 5% of women, of people in this country that are gay, lesbian, and all that stuff. All right? There's less than 1% of trans, but we blow this number up because whatever. And the reason I don't listen when people say, oh, it's 50%, whatever, because people following trends, they don't really do that. Look how many people, what do I call, okay, I'll give you a good example. The lady who ran, the 3 women who ran Black Lives Matter, they have kids, but then they say they're gay now. So how does that work? How that work? You have kids, you had sex with men.
There are some women that don't date men. There are a lot of women out here that have opted out of dating entirely. And
yes, because y'all keep on falling for the same opie-doke stupid people and follow other women who keep you single, like you.
Don't care about what a man want to see her in. Why does everything older women say always have to go back to a man? I don't understand that. They need to reprogram their minds.
You need to be reprogrammed yourself, my dear.
They need to reprogram their minds. Like, it's 2025. We work too hard to have autonomy, to always have to be connected to what a man likes and what a man doesn't like. If y'all constantly keep saying, oh, men don't like when women dress like this, men don't like when women wear their hair like this, wear lashes, wear makeup, this or whatever, and a woman is still doing those things that a man doesn't want, wouldn't that tell you that we don't care?
Exactly. So then when we don't look at you and we go our own way, like MGTOW is and all other stuff, Y'all still get angry because what is it? You want that attention. You want that validation. That's what it is. That's the currency that most of you women like you want.
Coco and Ice-T. She dressed however she wants to dress. She do.
We talk about black people. Look, she went to a white woman. Am I surprised by that? No.
Whatever she want to do, and he's been married to her for how?
And that's the exception to the rule. And she was a stripper, and he was he's a move. He got lucky. He's a rapper, turned into an actor, but he also was a gangster back in the day too. Oh, whoopee! Yeah, that's what I want my kids to grow up to be like. Freaking stupid lady.
How long? There are plenty of men that don't be getting in women's business like that. They don't care about policing women and trying to control a woman's every move.
Nobody
y'all
is.
Be the ones who try to control everything y'all women do because y'all are insecure and y'all care about the public's perception of you.
That's your whore? Okay, all right.
And like I said, I would be totally fine with the message if she kept it about the women and themselves. But to constantly always have to bring something back to a man, it's crazy. It's getting old. It's been old.
Now,
O'Shea gonna talk about that, but I'm using my stuff. I'm just using his video for the second. And that's why a lot of the black families in the modern era now are broken up. Because of stupid ratchet crap that woman just spoke. You want to say, black people should be this, black people should that. Well, why don't we come together, live as a family unit like we did back in the day, and help each other? But we don't. Look how y'all wanted to destroy a lot of black-owned business from Target and stuff just because Target get rid of DEI, which never benefited black people anyway. Y'all got tricked on the Kool-Aid to think that helped black people. DEI helped LGBTQ. Just like Obama, who's the first black president, everybody's like, oh, he's supposed to do stuff. And he got in there. What he did? LGBTQ. He barely did anything for black people. But I digress. That's how we all keep on getting bamboozled, fooled, tricked. That's how what happened. You vote the same way. We saw last time you vote the same way. 97% of women, 93% of black women voted one way. 23% of black men voted the opposite way, which is, but we're monolith. We can't go outside I literally showed the breakdown. Hispanics went different way. They were more close to even tilt. Same thing with Asians, white people. We know that, but black, we still stay to one side of the political structure that never did nothing for us, which is weird. Other than destroy the black family. But I wanted to put that out there for a reason. But let's take what she just said, right? And ask this. I'll play this here. This is why I say, y'all are listening. A lot of you women, you're listening to people who are keeping you single from women devices. TikTok is ran by nothing but mostly women. And they said, and I don't have TikTok, but I've seen so much videos from TikTok. I'm like, no wonder y'all are broke. No wonder y'all are poor. No wonder y'all ain't got nobody to help you. No wonder y'all are crying because you're lonely. Yes, men there's a men epidemic as well too, to be lonely. But most men, they'll feel a little something, but they're gonna be like, you know what? We basically suffer on our own anyway. That's what it is. But women is a whole different story. My grandmother was, when she passed away, my grandmother and my wife's grandmother, when they passed away, they were in their own bed. They weren't in no hospital, in a cold hospital where nobody's around them or whatever. They were in their own bed. They passed away in their room, surrounded by people who loved them. As Richard Pryor said, that's the best way to go out of this life. Not young and dumb and doing stupid stuff. Here's a tombstone. Oh, I was young. I was a punk. I was a young adult. No, you go around when you have your family around you, people who love you. When you get to that older age, you have somebody who take care of you. Not no nurse who kind of have compassion because you're old. No, a beloved one who takes care of you. But here's again. Listen to this.
Let's go ahead and roll what she has to say here.
Ladies, we be ruining it for our.
This is Tyrese's ex-wife saying this. The hypocrisy of this one. Hoo-hoo.
Ourselves. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's get into it. Some of y'all are following these femininity coaches that are teaching master classes on how to manipulate men for monetary gain in order to get what you want from a man. And y'all have the nerve to call yourselves independent? No, that's dependent behavior. These behaviors are direct correlation with the Delilah spirit that social media has made popular today. But I digress. Here's my point. Most of these women teaching these courses are single, are currently on the dating market, searching for the next sponsor who meets their standards and will prayerfully take them seriously. And spoiler alert, they ain't gonna find them. Why? Because you reap what you sow in this life. And we don't take that serious enough. You sow seeds of manipulation, you will reap a harvest of being manipulated by a better manipulator. If you want genuine love, you sow the right seeds. Here's another thing. Don't take advice from anyone you wouldn't want to switch places with. Y'all see social media today. You know what glitters ain't gold.
A woman with...
Okay. I'll let my boy Phil cook this person. And here's again, if you're watching the show for the first time, we up in 34, not 34, what am I saying? 34,000, and we keep on climbing. Thank y'all for joining me. But listening to Phil Scott's show or the African Diaspora on YouTube, I don't agree with the man 60%, 40% of the time. But like I said, that's what I'm saying. Just because I don't agree with him 100% doesn't mean that I can't understand what he's gonna say. This is Tyrese's ex-wife. Now, listen to what a lot of people don't understand that. Yes, I think Tyrese was over dramatic and all kind of stuff, but hey, he didn't cheat on his wife. He didn't do her wrong. But I'll let Phil say it. Park on the kettle metal in that one right there. Lady, don't listen to whatever, but okay.
Would be a certified fool to listen to anything Samantha has to say at this point. Samantha was in a position where she was the wife of Tyrese, superstar Tyrese. She had everything these femininity coaches that she's talking about would like to have themselves. She had the house, the ring, the money, the everything. Samantha decides, as was she even admitted to, allow people in her ear that don't live in her house.
Exactly.
Even though people was telling her, hey, don't leave your house. Don't leave your marriage. Don't do that. What's wrong with you? She admitted that she walked out her marriage, left her husband, chose to become a single mother, not because Tyrese wanted her to be one, because she chose to be a single mother.
Exactly.
Then get out here in these streets and want to run Tyrese through the mud, trying to run his pockets after she left. Tyrese was one of the few men that actually had money to defend himself. So she's not getting nothing right now because the first time they tried to, make Tyrese pay a lot of money, say, oh, no, I'm appealing this, and appeals take time. And while it's appealing, she's not getting a dime.
Yep.
Then later, she wants to come up saying that, oh, I knew I made a mistake. I would like to work it out. Oh, because I was listening to other people. You're a grown doggone woman. You listen to other people. You let other people take you out your house.
Yep.
Who's not even in your house.
Yep.
See, let me tell y'all something. It's a life lesson that needs to be learned. God can bless you with something, and the devil, of course, wants you out of it. He can't pull you out of God's blessing, but he sure can try to convince you to walk out of it with the thoughts that the grass is always greener on the other side. What happened with Samantha is like the lottery when it comes to women getting with men. She had it. She walked out. Tyrese begged her to come back. Tyrese is on the internet talking about what more do you want from me and all that stuff, and people tease Tyrese about it, right? Well, he was hurting because he wanted his family. You understand what I'm saying? Everything's a joke all the time. Until you get in a situation where you have your wife leaving or you going through a divorce, it's not a funny thing. And on top of her leaving, now you're trying to drain his pockets and he got his child. So now Tyrese, you know, he gets over it, he licks his wounds, he gets with Zelly now, the girl he's with now, and now you want to come back. Oh, no, He told you he good. No, he didn't. He already got over it now. Now he got him another woman. Sure, he'll take care of his child. I believe, and he said he always going to be there for his child, but he said he's not going to sit up there and fund her life. Some other bum could go lay up and offer him. I agree with Tyrese 2,000% on that.
Yep.
So why would any woman listen to Samantha? That is the biggest epic fail, and she chose her own epic fail.
Yep.
You talking about somebody manipulating, you will get that back. You talking about you reap what you sow. Samantha, seriously? You're the last woman that need to be telling any woman about getting a man. If anything, you need to be telling women how not to leave their man so they will end up like you. That's what you need to be telling women.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. That's what it is. There's a lot of women out there who will pull you away from that. Misery likes company, and a lot of women will like. I have to get that clip where Chris Rock talked about having that woman. I'll see if I can find it. I'll see if I can find it. But yeah. And let me add to this, ladies out there. Let me help you out of this. We know this as most guys, all right? But like I said, because of that ratio of 10 to 90, we know that it don't work out for y'all women many times. I told a story of how I had a red pit rage because a woman lied on me and tried me to be wanted me a baby daddy for a child, but I never had sex with her within the month period, not for like a year. So it's like, how'd that work? We had sex for a year and you pregnant by me? How'd that work? Now, like Phil said, I was young and dumb, but I was not stupid. I've never had unprotected sex until I met my wife. So, that's it. Wrap a question to you young guys. Always, and here's what I will show you why I say that. This is a story. Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. Never leave it in the house where the lady is, whatever the lady is. But wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, okay? You want to have fun. But again, that's fun. 5 minutes of fun, 6 minutes of fun, 10 minutes of fun could turn into eternity of pain if you get the wrong person. Listen to this man talk about his friend. And you're going to see what he said. Guys, be careful.
CJ married his high school sweetheart at 19. Family man. Had 3 children. 2 boys and a girl. But after 10 years, his wife told him that she no longer felt like she was in love and she wanted a divorce.
Yeah, that's those dreaded words that some men have heard. I don't feel like I'm in love, all of that, feelings. And, you know, feelings change with the wind. This is why a lot of us as men try to think about things in facts. And men understand that love is an action word. You understand? Yes, you feel love and all of that, but every day you wake up and, you know, you just have life happening. You don't have those butterflies every day. It doesn't mean you doesn't love your spouse. It's just some things
Exactly.
going on with you personally. But love is commitment. You
Correct.
understand? Love is respect.
On both sides.
Love is honor. Love is what men say, you know, hey, I'm going to provide for my family and things like that. That's how I show my love, because if I didn't love them, I wouldn't provide nothing for them. I'd be just a bum and have them looking for stuff on the street. But since I love them, I'm going to sacrifice. I'm going to work this extra overtime.
Yep.
I'm going to take on extra shifts.
Yep.
I'm going, okay, my children need this. Let me go ahead on and do what I got to do to get it. Oh, my wife want to do that. Let me go ahead and do it. See, that's the way we show our love as men.
Correct.
We love our
My wife
wives.
knows that too.
We want to protect them. We don't want to harm them. You don't want nothing to happen to our children. That's love for men. It's not just, I don't feel that way. But anyway, let's continue.
She said she felt like she never got a chance to really live because she got married so young.
Translation, she never.
No, son of a bitch!
Got to go out and be a whore. That's really what that is. What you mean live? You've been living all these years. What is it that you got to do on those streets that you really just can't do at home?
With your husband.
CJ was devastated, slipped into depression, had to move back into his mom's basement, lost his house in a divorce settlement, and had to pay child support for 3 kids, plus alimony. It took CJ a little while to...
Shout out to Florida once again for banning permanent alimony. Alimony should not even be on the books. If you leave a person, then that's the end of it. You should not be running their pockets when you're not with them anymore. Divorce means you're divorced. You're divorced of their finances. You're divorced of everything that goes along with that person. It's called a divorce.
Yes.
No person, male or female, should be paying alimony to your ex. No, I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that
when
either.
He did, he joined the military. He wanted to get away.
Not in a time where we are right now. But anyway.
The way he wanted to travel, he wanted to start a new life. When his ex-wife found out that he joined the military, she wanted a child support increase. The military said they was cool with it, but they had to test all of the children before they did it. So they had a DNA test on all 3 of the kids, and they showed up in court for the results. And the judge read the following. When it comes to your oldest son, Junior, you are not the father. When it comes to your middle son, you are not the father. When it comes to baby girl, you are not the father. CJ cried so hard in the courtroom that he passed out. This woman stood in court with a straight face and said, well, he's the dummy for believing that they were his kids.
Holy Jesus. What is... What?
See how women manipulative and vindictive, and I've said that men are a-holes, women are vindictive. That's just in general. That's not all, but again, in general. See how crazy he is, guys? And that's a person who got married. That's a person who got married that did that. She did that. And there was a guy, I showed a story about the one in Jamaica, where the guy had 4 kids, and all 4 kids was not his kids. And he got and she got a divorce, whatever. But she kept on coming down to this man's work and keep the money for child support. I'm like, that ain't my kids. He was married and he had 4 kids by this woman. And now, and then sadly, it's a horrible ending story. But the problem is, you keep pushing and pushing that man, and what happened is he decapitated her because you did not leave him alone. You did your sin, your wickedness, your evilness. You should have left him alone and moved on. But no, you didn't.
Ooh, boy, I tell you, that's ice cold right there, fellas, ice cold. But, I always say, what can we do to prevent, these things from happening in the future? I know a lot of you discuss prenuptial agreements a lot online, and a lot of these platforms discuss that. But y'all need to start discussing, I'm not signing a birth certificate unless I get a DNA test. It's just that.
Yeah, I get it. It should be that mostly, because that sucks. And I know not many women out there who do that. But the thing about it, as I said before, is the others that taste everything. Just like the guys out there who are jerks and a-holes, because you women search for the 10%, and because that's the bigger pool that y'all see. So your 10% looks like 90% to you, even though you choose a horrible guy. And it happens to women, men too. You gotta be careful, man. That's why I say, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. You see that? Let me show this quickly here. Give you an example of something. I want you to list Listen. And again, a lot of these will present themselves a certain way. So I'll show you 2 things you'll see. Sorry, I did 3. 2 things you'll see. All right? Check this out. This man is up here on Pop the Balloon, and let's hear what he does, okay? Listen to what he does. Listen to what he do. Now, this tall lady over here, she's gonna say something that makes you go like, what the hell? But anyway, let's see something. And then this lady here, which it was okay, she said some out of pocket stuff too. Oh my goodness! At the end, I thought it would have match up, but she was asking some weird questions in a public setting. I'm like, why you asking this man all these questions? Why? Why would you do that? And then, of course, they did because she would say some dumb stuff. I was like, oh my God, what are y'all so stupid? But anyway, listen to what this man does.
And what do you do?
I'm an author. My first book is called Why Good Men Go Bad.
Is that Woody?
It's called Pocket Full of Cash. It's a financial help book. And I also own my own logistics trucking company.
Okay, cool. And now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to travel, shop, read, write.
You hear what he's saying, right?
Shoot pool, be out in the sun, just kicking it. Mostly just traveling, enjoying life.
Nice. And now, what do you look for in a woman?
I would like a woman that I connect with mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. I don't need a woman for her finances, but it would be cool if, she does have some type of business about herself.
Okay, nice. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers, I would say somebody that's negative, a woman that smokes cigarettes, and also a woman that has children.
Okay, all right. Well, we got some pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping.
Okay, so you heard that. You heard what he just said. I'm going to skip over, right? Because I need to skip over. I'm not going to go show this whole thing.
Yes, it actually is possible to.
Okay, come on, pass it. There you go.
Assessment. There's a lot of pops. Hi, Shaylin. Let's take a look at thinking that by her posture as well as that ain't Shaylin. 7,500 followers.
What? This is MTR. Yeah. When you see guys, when you see a woman, unless this is her business, if this is her business, that you still gotta look into it though. If you got a lot of followers and a little bit of you following a little bit of people, and you only posted something ain't right. And here's the funny thing: this is why I myself don't be the person Christian looking at godly women and all that stuff. She got Psalms up there. Excuse me. She's a gamer, which would be like that. I would be like, oh, she looks nice. She looks godly. She has a Twitch where she plays video games. I'm a gamer. That looks good. That looks like somebody I would like to join.
Already a red flag as it exists. She's got a Twitch, Big Mama Slim. Let's take a look at some of the analytics up on here. All right, barely anyone following. Okay, fair enough. So she works online, but then also does the nursing on the side. Let's take a look. Oh, we got a traveler. Okay. When you finally get to leave for med surgery. This is her. Yep, for the streets. Not a cutie pie. Citation. Nasty work. She's aesthetically pleasing. Then you go up on the profile, and then you see shots like that. Not in any kind of way hiding, showing cake, wearing spandex with a purposeful wedgie, a permanent wedgie. This is not a person looking for a relationship. Rather, it should be a man looking for a turn. This is... Okay. This is absolutely abominable work. And in fact, I look at profiles like this, and the first thing that comes to mind is, where is your OnlyFans account? Death knock twice. What a life.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you look at something like that, you're like, oh, she's nice, she looks cute, she looks, again, the followers is a problem, but but look at it, nice, cute, she's traveling. She says she's a nurse, she's traveling. That's all good.
Else like this, specifically, caked out photos demonstrating thought like 304 behavior, trips all around the place, putting their ass in photos to the best of their ability. Large follower accounts that really don't make any damn sense. It's not based off of her Twitch. Her Twitch doesn't have anyone following her. What the? OF. Are we good, chat? Are we good, chat? I found ya. I found ya.
Stupid.
We good, chat. You can run. But you can't hide. And if you...
I worked with an interior designer.
Yeah. She has an OnlyFans.
r/shot_griff. And that's her profile picture.
Sure.
The same exact profile picture.
Look at that. Looks nice there.
That she puts right here. And what's so crazy is that she presents so normal here. She presents so natural here. And then you go up and look for her and see that there's an entire community here and groups that are speaking about her abhorrent behavior. Is this you? Oh, OF Green. Is this?
Yep, there you go. So I'll skip over that. I'll skip over that. Now, remember, so like, you know that. Let's go back. Remember, he's an author. I like to read. I like to write. I like to travel. I like to stuff. All right? Do you see what he looks like?
Only just because that it's private, but then also a low follower amount rather. Crazy. All right, let's move on.
With the fake eyelashes, again, I don't know why, but okay.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
It's giving a little studious.
Are her parents brother and sister? Can you please leave now? Oh, now I get it. She's a moron.
Of course.
You 39 years old, baby.
39
what the
years
fuck
old.
is it's giving? You's a grown-ass man. Stop your bullshit. It's giving. What do you mean it's giving? You my age, baby. At 2, the oversized glasses with his first suit on ever. Too goddamn big for him. Doesn't even make sense. So to incorrectly estimate what the brother is doing on top of the it's giving is wild work. Come on, baby.
What do you do?
I do casework for the state of Arizona.
Very nice. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
It's giving a
Ew.
little studious. Maybe you read books on vacation as opposed to maybe,
She's a moron.
you know.
Read books on vacation. What did the man say at the beginning of the whole thing? I read books. I'm an author. Oh my God.
And it's just giving studious.
Okay.
Dog, what caseworker, whose case is she working on?
Thank you.
Sorry, my guy. You don't have a future. Like,
No.
There's no way. Right, like, sorry. Yo, but what I tell you, if it's not the it's giving, then it's the goddamn, I ain't shit.
I'm gonna leave that alone. So we pause it there. That's crazy work. Yes, he's an author. He's that. He's giving that. He don't look like he want to go out and travel the world. I ain't gonna finish. I'm just letting you know what it is. Yes. She popped the bottle because it's giving students advice. He said what to read book. Okay. He said he has his own money. Boom. He has his own company. Boom. You're 39. And also, he said he travels a lot. You say you don't want to travel. But again, my boy, she saved you. So that's good. You walk away from stuff like that. I get that. All right? I get that. And last but not least, there's other thing I want to talk about. I could talk about, but I ain't gonna do it in this video. I'll leave it for another time. It's funny enough. That's why I want to use it. But again, the destruction of the family. This right here is nasty work. This right here is nasty work. Now, you know this pastor I featured many times out there. He's in the city I work in, and I would have no problem going to his church. He's one of the few black churches I go. Why? Because the man's a biblical pastor. He ain't about the black this and all that nonsense. He's a biblical pastor. That's what I want. Teach me the word. Make me understand the word a little more better. Preach to the soul, understanding that.
By the way, did y'all hear the other day what Don Lemon said about black folk? He said, I don't think you can be black and be rational. He says, I don't think you can be black and be rational. Be a rational MAGA.
MAGA, but
in other words, if you're African American, and he did say, I think that you can be black and be a Republican, but I don't think you can be black and be MAGA. So I guess he's saying there are no rational black people who are working with President Trump. I have thoughts on being black and being rational. I don't think you can be black and be rational and be a homosexual. Speaking of rational, now if we want to talk rationale.
You're talking rationale now. Now you live your life like that, live your life. I really don't care. But again, if you use it, we got to be specific on certain things. On rational. Because Don Lemon is not rational. The white man's the problem, but you married a white man.
Allow yourself to slowly get. You're freaking crazy!
You're sexually attracted to somebody who got what you got.
Yep.
Now, is that rational?
No.
Because God made who and what we needed.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. Rational. See, he's not talking about being spiritual.
Exactly.
Rational. Just think about it. Is it rational for a man to be sexually attracted to a man, and then he married a white man at that, but he's making a comment on black folk? Now that's rich, isn't it?
Exactly.
You talk about rational. Ain't nothing rational. Let me see. I'll go too far and they'll pull me offline. But you get the point. Ain't nothing rational about that. God brought Eve to Adam.
Amen. Now she didn't bring the downfall to Adam because Adam was stupid and fell for the whatever. But remember, Satan went to Eve first before he could go to Adam. But I'll digress in that storytelling again, because I also helped to bring down the black foundational family as well too. Wink, wink, nod, nod.
So, don't you think it's irrational when you are participating in a lifestyle that if everyone participated in it, it would mean the extinction of the human race in less than 100 years?
Yep.
There would be no people.
Yep.
We'd die because babies don't come from that.
Nope. Nope.
If you're looking to sell your car.
No, it don't. That's why they try all the way they can to do artificial insemination and all this stuff. And the women who want to be a man, but they want the man's sperm. I don't need a man, but you need a man's sperm to have a child, though.
So that's my 2 cents on ration.
I tell you, Bishop Wooden knows how to break those things down.
Yes. Now this is that, and then this is what I'm talking about. This is why I said fathers of that. Now there's a father in this, and I'll tell you what I would do. I'll let it play, but I'll tell you what I would do, and move on. And we'll end tonight's show on that. We up to like 44,000 people up in the building. Thank y'all again. Remember, go to all the different platforms, Rumble. Like, subscribe, comment, help the channel grow on YouTube. You go, like I said, like and subscribe, help the algorithms, thumbs it up, thumbs it down, whatever. That's all cool with me. I'm not a person. My word is not for everybody, and I know everybody's not gonna be rational with the word with what I'm saying here. But yeah, take a look at this.
Link that's in the description.
My husband surprised his son by taking him to the prom.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What is that?
And before I go further, I want to show, did I took a picture of it? Did I? I want to show you this. It might not show up good because my phone is into black and white mode. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So I could use this. I gotta go full screen on this one. Okay, can it focus? Okay, see that right there? See this nonsense. The man is pregnant, which is a woman, and the woman beside him is a man.
Holy Jesus.
What? What the fuck?
The man in that picture is a woman. The woman in the picture is a man. So instead of they stayed their natural roles of being a man and a woman, they switched sides and still did the exact same thing. What crazy nonsense is that BS? Y'all like to play God too much, man, and then y'all want to think. And because what happened right now, before I finish the story, we have to have a conversation with our sponsor.
Thing I'd see on the news, but that's before I discovered a brain.
A brain is meant for everyday use. Those living with moderate to severe stupidity have seen immediate improvement in common sense with a brain.
I thought the government had my best interests at heart, and then a friend told me about a brain.
Talk to your doctor about what news sources you obey. A brain may also lower your desire to take life-altering advice from celebrities.
Getting lectured about my carbon footprint from people with 3 private jets used to make sense. But thanks to a brain, now I can think for myself every day. When my disregard for 3rd grade biology began to flare up, I knew it was time for a brain.
Do not try a brain if you're allergic to a brain. Common side effects may include accountability, discernment, homeschooling your kids, a better understanding of economics, awareness of the stupidity of socialism, and diarrhea.
For tethering yourself to reality, the only no-brainer is choosing a brain. Ask your doctor if a brain is right for you.
For more information, visit tryabrain.com.
Don't mess up that makeup, grab her. Grab her. Grab her.
Look down, let him cry. Oh, he's crying. Oh my God. Oh, you made him cry.
All right, give me drama.
Wait. Let's let him fall on the floor.
Let him fall.
Let him fall on the floor. Oh, poor baby. Hurry up. I know my son is going to fall. Hold on. He gets so hard, honey. He gets so hard. Get it off. Yes.
Look up.
Oh, Mello's crying. Mello's a little man. He didn't know his pops was going to be there. He's crying.
This is monumental.
I know. I'm so crying. Oh.
All right, come on. I need pictures. Excuse me.
Ready? Good.
I love the candidness. Let it know. Let it. Let's go. Okay. Using emotion.
The reason why I say that both of their masculinity died in that moment.
You serious?
As you saw in that right there, where you saw both the masculinity died in that moment. This man is correct, because all you hear was a bunch of black women in there, blah 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 blah. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I can't believe it. Oh, don't mess with your makeup, guy. Oh, no. He's dressed in a tuxedo dress. He got his hair out like a woman. He's wearing makeup.
What?
Got long nails. This is why I say they look. Look at that. Long nails like a female. This is why people say, oh, where's the man? That's what happened to a lot of young men right now. They're around. I was around, like I said at the beginning of tonight's show. I have a lot of females in my family. I'm the only male left in my family. But my mother and grandmother and my cousin, rest in peace, and grandmother, rest in peace, didn't play this nonsense. But a lot of people are looking for that situation. Now, if my son is gay, right, I will support him to be gay and let him know, hey, you're gay, it's all right. One, I ain't gonna tell you, you ain't be. If you want to think you think that you're a woman, they're 18 years old, you become 18, you do that at your own money. I'm not spending no money. I'm not doing that. I doubt that would happen, but I'm just saying if that's the situation. If you're gay, I'm like, well, hey, I'll tell you the truth. It's a sin. You're a sinner just like I'm a sinner. All of us are sinners. But I will say this. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. That is not for me to do. Y'all can miss me with that nonsense. That's what happened to masculinity. And there's many times a lot of women say, oh, he's not strong enough, whatever. I like a man he touched with his feminine side and all this stuff. And they're the same man that they always walk over and they say he's not strong enough and he ain't gonna do nothing and he ain't gonna protect me and do stuff for me. Exactly. Exactly. Society has gone awry in America. It is. And it will be destroyed from within, as evidence as what I showed. But that's what's destroyed the black family right now. It's not a patriarchy, it's a matriarchy. My family was a matriarchy. Not gonna deny it, not gonna lie to anybody, but we did not follow that nonsense. Now, some of my aunts, my grandmother's daughters, did follow some nonsense and whatever. They were rational, but it's still like, oh, don't need a man, blah blah blah, whatever. That's them, whatever. I'm not never. I was never treated that way. I thank God that they respect me enough to not treat me that way. But that, no. And that's what's bringing down the black. That's what's making us a joke. That's just bringing it down because, like I said before, Sister Sherry Lazi said back in the 60s, when black people was doing stuff, black people said other black people stuff so they could shape them and keep them correctly and not do stupid stuff and try to build up a family and a better foundation. But then when white women start doing that same thing, they try to come up with new terms so it'd be softened and whatever. Again, it's a whole story behind that. It really it is. But I just wanted to point that out to everybody out there. So I thank y'all for giving me your time, your ear, your minds, and everything. Listen to the show tonight. This is part one. We're going to talk about other stuff about this situation, of course. But for tonight, I think I'll leave it there. Thank you for joining me. All right? And like I always say to this, take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your neighbor. That's how you build a better community. And that's what we're doing right here where I'm at. I'm trying to do that because I take care of my neighbors take care of us. We try to have a great community around. And like I said at the beginning, evil comes in all shapes, size, color, creed, height, nationality, genders. It makes no difference. Evil is evil. I stand for good and I will be with good people, no matter what color, whatever race as well. And last but not least, people, think out there. Use this right here and do the right thing, okay? So I hope y'all have a good week. If y'all have allergies like me, I hope it don't kill you. Get your allergies, get your stuff. I'm basically need a lavage. There's a thing that kind of washes out your nose. Good thing, something you need. But hope allergies don't kill you. I wish you out there the best. And also get something to clean out your eyes because that also kind of mess up. Allergies does that badly with this pollen. But anyway, hope you all have a good night. And we'll catch you next week, next time. And remember out there, okay? People are stupid, individuals smart. Be that smart individual. This is your boy Tim from Positive Open Mic. Peace out. Remember to check all our platforms and we'll catch you next week. Peace out.